We welcome you all to the B.O.C.H Podcast, bringing our children home. With your hosts tonight, Focus Phil, and the B.O.C.H Podcast, when we bring our children home. This segment is for the missing. We have over 64,000 African American females missing today in the United States of America. So what I do on this podcast here, I like to educate and inform and bring awareness of those that have gone missing throughout the DMV area. And I want to say I want to let you all know that Relisha Rudd is one of the reasons why I started the B.O.C.H Podcast. Relisha Rudd was an 8-year-old that went missing from a DC General homeless shelter March the 1st, 2014. She was last seen with the creep, 51-year-old Khalil Tatum. He took possession of 8-year-old Relisha Rudd. She went missing for at least 30 days in our nation's capital. Her and her family was staying at a DC General homeless shelter. And Khalil Tatum later killed his wife. He killed himself. But in 2020, still no signs of Relisha Rudd. It's one of the reasons why I started the B.O.C.H Podcast. Just to keep Relisha Rudd's name alive, to keep her in our spirits. And also, it's been a lot of search parties. So there's nothing that has been turned up. Now she would have been almost 14 years old. So that is a case that shook up the city. If you guys aren't familiar with the Relisha Rudd case, you just Google Relisha Rudd. The story will come up. If you all know of Relisha Rudd and want to call in or come down in the studio, feel free to do so. That takes us to the story of Marilyn Nikki McCown. Nikki was a 28-year-old that had gotten engaged to a high school sweetheart that she had linked back up with over the years. And the two actually were getting married. Suspiciously, Nikki went missing 3 weeks before her wedding date. And Nikki was really, really family orientated. And she was always with her family. It was a nearby laundromat that she frequently went to wash her clothes. And she would stop by, her mom's house while she was at the laundromat. This is something that she did. This is routine. Her and her sisters getting together, her and her mom getting together. This was something that was routine for Nikki. Nikki was a CO also, which is a correctional officer. And mysteriously, Nikki went missing, leaving that laundromat. She did call her mom, let her mom know, look, the guys are in here kind of harassing me, Mom. I just want to wash my clothes and get out of here. So her mom informed her, Nikki, just come on to my house and chill while you finish washing your clothes. Nikki had told her mom she was on her way, but mysteriously, Nikki did not show up. Nikki has been missing, ladies and gentlemen, since 2001. We're now in 2020. This case also, just like the Relisha Rudd case, a lot of twists and turns. Nikki's vehicle, or Chevrolet Blazer, was found in her ex's apartment complex. This is the ex. Her and the ex had actually had a child together. So her vehicle was found in his complex, maybe I think a couple of miles away from the laundromat that Nikki frequently washed her clothes at. Investigators actually questioned Nikki child's father. Nothing turned up. Also questioned a guy, Jerry, who was soon to be her hubby. Nothing turned up. Also questioned the guy that she had a former relationship with. They were actually co-workers. He actually had left that job, I want to say, where he gotten fired, and he actually had became a police officer. after that. So this guy was like under heavy, heavy investigation because it was said to be that he was possessive, obsessed with Nikki, especially after they no longer had dealt with each other and they had broke up. Once again, 2001, there have been so many search parties for Nikki. She actually went missing in Richmond, Indiana. This was a case just like the Relisha Rudd case that really just did something to me, like gave me chills like inside. So I reached out to her sister, Sherry McCown, and we had a great interview last week here on Focus Radio. And she just spoke on her fondest, memories of Nikki. She spoke on, she felt as though that maybe the husband needs to be questioned again. He knows more than what he has told authorities. Same with the Relisha Rudd case. Someone knows something. And she just feels as though that this husband knows more than he has told authorities and have, told the family and told people in reference to Nikki. Like I said, 2001, and we just keep Nikki in prayer. We continue to search for Nikki throughout the state of Indiana. I really believe that the laundromat, we need more footage there to get more footage from the laundromat, but these cameras are never working. When something happens mysteriously, the cameras are never working. Can never get enough footage. So same case with Relisha Rudd. We've seen one part of the camera when the creep Khalil Tatum and 8-year-old Relisha Rudd were walking together, but we only seen one clipping. Where's the rest of, I guess, when did other events take place during that time? Did you see the vehicle pull off? Did you see anyone else get into the vehicle? Did they have any bags? Did he come out with Relisha? Did he go in? What happened? Same thing with Nikki. What happened with her leaving out of this laundromat? Who took her vehicle? Who took possession of Nikki? Who took possession of her vehicle and left it there at the ex-boy, the child's father house of Nikki McCown? So once again, this is a podcast that brings awareness, that educates the people, and that shines lights on a family of those that don't get enough media attention, those that just don't get enough support worldwide when their loved ones go missing. Takes us to the case of Christian Muse. Christian Muse also went missing. He went missing in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Call it the Glass Manor area in Oxon Hill, Maryland. The complex that Christian Muse went missing at. He's been missing 2012. It's been rumored that Christian has been seen around in the recent years, but nothing seems to turn up. Actually, a family member did see him at a location, and he said that Christian didn't look himself. Christian really, the group of guys that he was with, really wouldn't allow Christian to talk to this guy who was his family member. His dad has been here twice on Focus Radio, and he's mentioned a sex site that was actually exploiting young teens, men especially, and that Christian may have had dealings with this sex site. Others had also gone missing that have never been found. Christian, never been found, hasn't been found. So, I don't know what it would take. Like I said, we do search parties after search parties after search parties. We pass out flyers. We knock on doors. We try to get as much media attention as we can for these cases. This is going to take a community to bring our children home. What I mean by a community, everybody has to get involved, and everybody has to share flyers. Everybody has to show more interest, I would say, in the missing community. I think some don't take it seriously until it actually happens to them or happens to one of their loved ones. So, B.O.C.H Podcast would like to invite anyone that has someone that may be missing and they would like to bring awareness to their missing person. Also, we have so many missing in the sex trafficking community. I want to add that it's a lot going on. So missing on different levels. Sex trafficking is huge here in America. Do you all know that family members actually put their young family members, females and males, into sex trafficking for various reasons? We have these vans going on with these special locks on the back of them. Inside of them is actually made like cages for people to be trafficked. Different places all over the world. It's been going on for, wow, so many years. A long time sex trafficking has been going on. And I want to say thank you to social media, because it's been brought to light. Sex trafficking has been brought to light along with human trafficking, where we have actual humans, people, you and I, harvest for organs, all different type of things. All this ties into the missing community. A lot of these young women that are sex trafficked, try to get away. They try to escape. Some may even die. Some go through abuse along with sexual abuse. Go through so much. Some are taken from one place to another place, may even be another country sometimes. We have groups and groups and groups and groups and gangs, organizations. It's like an organized crime when it comes to sex trafficking. We have sex trafficking going on right here in D.C., our nation's capital. Girls as young as 11 years old. So sex trafficking is known to be a sex slave trade. And at times so organized, hard to investigate or stop. But we the people have to bring more awareness. Sex trafficking, human trafficking. So this is the B.O.C.H Podcast. Airs each and every Saturday, bringing our children home. I want to speak on the Amber Alert. Amber Alert, please pay attention to those Amber Alerts. Could be someone in your vicinity, could be someone in your community. So please just pay attention to those Amber Alerts. They give you an alert on your phone. They'll give you a tag number, description of one person or two people in the vehicle. Whatever it may be. Walking out of a place, kid just kidnapped or snatched, whatever it may be, person. So please pay attention to the Amber Alert. Once again, it makes that funny noise on your phone. And you look at it, and it's an Amber Alert. We give a description. Pay attention to those. Pay attention to the missing flyers. You can share it, share it. Okay? And that's going to conclude the B.O.C Podcast, bringing our children home.